Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Rich. All right, you know what today is. What is it? Sunday. What's it going to be? It's going to be super fun. We're going to do Arthur Adams sketchbooks. There's no way I'll be able to get through all of these. And I think I even have a couple more. I definitely didn't get them all over the years. I think I got the first two and then I skipped like a year or two. Because, I would flip through them and see if there was enough images. The covers are always killer. But some of the old, like, it just depends on how deep of a fan you are. I mean, I totally appreciate his, like, long shot work and stuff like that. But, definitely would lean more towards this in terms of, I mean, I buy them as entertainment, but also learning tools. So, But yeah, they're really cool. A couple of them are real expensive. I think I have the first two. I'm not sure. Which one? I don't. It's weird. I have the first two somewhere. I don't know what the heck I did with them. Now I'm tripping out. I saw them just like the other day. All right. Well, I guess I put those away. Maybe I put them aside so they wouldn't get damaged. But anyway, yeah. They can get real expensive, but I want to show you too. I actually did a little something over here. Oh, what are those? Look at that. Some new stuff. I put up 2 Star Wars posters. Slowly remodeling my office so that it looks more YouTube attractive. Gotta hook it up. But all right, yeah, let's do this. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pause the camera. I'm gonna stick it in a holder, and then we're gonna do it. Okay, I'm back. All right, so again, whenever I shoot these videos, I think that there's more detail that is in this piece that may be a little tricky to see. Like, this isn't jet black. He does, like, rendering where, it's little crosshatches that just get tighter and tighter and more dense to create the value. But, man, this is so cool. Like, this is a lot of work. It's so easy. And the thing with art is he sets the bar this high for himself all the time. So it's like if you don't get this, in a weird way, you kind of feel like he like shortchanged you, which is hardly the case. But yeah, it's a slippery slope when you start delivering the juice like this. In terms of influence, I mean, I definitely see like a Robert Crumb, maybe a little Jeff Darrow. Art likes a lot of great stuff. I mean, but at the end of the day, this is Arthur Adams. When you see this stuff, it's art. Although there are a few people out there kind of trying to do art, but art is art. And art can't be outdone. This is his game. All right, let's do this. I'm going to have to turn the book over here, turn the pages because it's a little tight. Oh, man, this is nice. God dang, Arthur Adams, you are good. Look at that, Red Sonja. Holy moly. And he hand letters all this stuff. He's nuts. Again, when you set the bar this high, whoo, oh my gosh, I'm like smiling so big right now looking at this. Oh my gosh, I'm really glad I picked these. I almost grabbed a book called The Art of Marvel, of all things, but I've been kind of wanting to look through it, and I haven't seen it in a long time, but we'll do this right now. But man, and art, it's funny because the dinosaurs have kind of drifted a little tiny bit to the side, but he's like a Godzilla guy, or at least he's presented that way. I'm not going to assume that I know more about it than not, but I always got the impression that he's a really big Godzilla fan, yeah, he draws really good dinosaurs. And art is very influential. I mean, most people know, so I will have to keep going. This is great too. Very unique. Some of these characters he revisits in these sketchbooks. So this is sampler number 3. It's from 2004. So, okay, yeah. Sorry, there was like a bug in the book. That ain't good. Freaking, it was a silverfish, like a small one. It's trying to go back home to the ocean. Apparently it saw this picture and was like, take me home. But yeah, art's work is very influential. Now, this is really interesting. So, check this out. Oh, you know what? A friend of mine colored this piece, Beth Sotelo. She gave me a print. I have a beautiful color print of this. Okay, so this is his line drawing, which would lead me to believe that he probably drew this on another sheet of paper originally, and then lightbox this onto the board that he was going to draw it on. Which again, now with everybody doing digital, this is a little before it was the complete norm. But he may have done it on a copy machine where you do your small sketch. I'm guessing here. I'm not saying that's what he did, but there's almost no underdrawing visible, and I know that art does use blue pencil occasionally. And then here's the finished piece. kind of, it's got a little bit of a Barry Windsor Smith vibe with the body and the tree. Really, really nice though. This is rare that I actually have to mount the camera into a stand for Super Fun Sunday, but I knew I didn't want to hurt the spine on these books, so it's easier for me to hold it open and just do this. I think it looks good. What do you think? Is this fun? I think it's super fun. So the concept behind Super Fun Sunday is just to hang out together and look at some cool art. That's it. It's as simple as that. It's not about promoting or all this weird stuff. It's just about having fun and looking at art. Right? We've got Uncle Creepy. That's a Vampirella. I don't know who that guy is. You tell me. Who's that dude? Lots of hanging chains. Okay. Look at that. It's kind of a tribute to Bernie Wrightson with that background. Man, stuff is nuts. Art could actually, I mean, man, I would be totally down for one, either an artist edition of art stuff. Oh my god, that would be insane. Just like the greatest Arthur Adams hits. They could do a series. Look, I'm going to throw it out there right now. Art, if you ever see this, or Scott Doombier, 3 volumes, volume 1, 2, and 3, Arthur Adams artist editions would be awesome. I know you've probably considered something like that, but it needs to be at least 3 volumes. 250 pages a piece, something like that. 225, right? We need it. We want it. They would sell great. People would be happy. Oh man, this one's crazy. Okay, so here's the pencils. You got Magdalena, Witchblade, and Vampirella. Vampirella's cute. It's interesting to watch this. So really, like, soak in Vampirella here, because she's quite a bit different in the final piece. Alright, look at that. Kind of change it. That's pretty cool. Look at that background. Sometimes you'll see he does this background a lot. He's got, like, this is back when he would really, I think, take a lot of care with it. Sometimes he has to kind of hustle through them. You'll see, like, on commissions where there's a faster version where he kind of, it's a little more scribbly. These are generally more careful, like more cautiously placed, and then I think as he gets closer to the fades, you're able to sort of cut loose a bit more. Sets a high bar though. Again, I mean, you're looking at a lot of time to do stuff like this. Trust me, I've done it on my black drawing pieces. Not the exact techniques, but close enough. But yeah, it can be a war of inches. And again, then you're kind of expected to do that level of detail everywhere. He's real great with this stuff. Keeps his lighting very simple, though. It's usually just, you know, like, he'll have like a pretty consistent cast shadow that he throws on stuff. Okay, so we got... This is an interesting one where he does the pencils to the inks. I like that. It's cool to see. Man, there's so many characters in this bottom section. Man, so when I first started collecting comics, the big, like, knockout punch was Arthur Adams, Mike Mignola, Frank Miller, and Jeff Darrow. Those 4 guys, like, rocked it, and they were all different from each other, but it made a big impression on me because they were really good comic book artists. Still are, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? They were bringing the heat. I was like, God, man, these guys can draw. It was legit. Ooh, look at that. That's definitely got some Barry Windsor Smith. Oh man, that's so cool. That's some good stuff right there, yo. Comic-Con is coming up too, like 2.5 weeks. It starts on my birthday, believe it or not. Yeah, I'll be in Artist Alley at table CC22. It's another thing too. Art does a lot of team shots. There's a lot of characters on his pieces. On top of the fact that he'll letter stuff and pencils and inks it, and we'll put the logos for some commissions and stuff. They're very expensive pieces to purchase, though. And he gets a lot of mileage out of them, too, I think, just, when you do something that's that nice, it puts a lot of gas in your tank in terms of, like, art you can show, and it really perpetuates things, keeps people very, very engaged and excited to see what you're going to do next. One of my favorite pieces that Art did in the last like year or so was did a beautiful like gatefold Walking Dead piece. It was just it was so awesome. It was so good. He's really good at drawing like ape things too. Monkey Man and o-brien, but I'm trying to think, did he ever do like King Kong versus Godzilla? Because he could definitely, like, that would be, would be pretty cool. We'll have to see. Maybe it'll be in one of these sketchbooks. We'll try to go through 2 of these. I don't think we'll be able to get through more because we're 11 minutes in and we're not even probably a third of a way through this book. Fantastic Four. Okay, I was like, yeah, okay, so there she is. I see fire. Oh, okay, and he's up here. Yeah. I was like, where is everybody? And there's a mole man. Oh yeah, and Creature from the Black Lagoon. He did an adaptation of Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's really cool. If you haven't seen that, it's kind of like a square bound comic book, like a slightly overset. Oh, Monkey Man. I think her name was Anne O'Brien. 93. Ooh, that was a long time ago. What do you think? This is super fun, right? Arthur Adams. We're doing it together. I haven't flipped through these books probably since I got them. Oh, I love this piece. Hold on. I'm going to do this. I'm even going to take it out of the thing first. Let me just push this down a little bit. Yeah, this is one of my favorite pieces. Look at that. It's like the monkey is like underwater, like looking for clues. And these crazy monsters are circling in on him. It's so nice. It's so good. And it's so art. That's the thing, is it's not just all the detail though. He's created stylized representations of his language, meaning that everything he puts in his worlds, he's kind of created a look for over many drawings, and they're just readily identifiable as art stuff. Oh, William Stout is I think another influence on him, Bill Stout, but yeah, man, this just epitomizes everything that's just killer about art stuff. Yeah, I love this piece. Okay, I'm going to pause it for a second. I'll put it back in the holder. Okay. Checking to make sure we're still recording, right? Yeah, okay. The way the thing holds my camera, it can sometimes hit buttons on the side that can cause problems. This is from Tomorrow Stories. Oh wait, no, it's like a montage. Sorry, I was looking through the camera. I can only see little bits and pieces of it. This is some sort of thing he did for himself. Man, it's so kick-ass. It's kind of like a retrospective of his life and art. There's art in the piece. Oh yeah, bam. Yeah, this is just so personal. Art's work really connects with everything that he's in touch with, and it's what makes it great. You can be influenced by what art does, but if you try to do art, ultimately you're not going to do it as amazing as he does, and then you're going to be kind of a watered down version of art. I don't know if that's really, Is that a squad goal? That's so awesome. That's really cool. Sorry. If you're not following me on Instagram, I would definitely look in the link description below, and check it out. And then also I wanted to thank my Patreon supporters. You guys keep me really, really regular here posting YouTube videos. I actually had a few new Patreon people come on over the weekend, and I'll be sending you 5 unlisted videos later today. I was finishing a deadline yesterday. But yeah, I've got building a small archive of exclusive videos for Patreon, and when you sign up, even for $1, I send you links to all of them so you can check them out. It's really nice, man. Art draws so good. Ooh, Batman. Yeah, lots of pinups, some cover pieces. A lot of this stuff looks commission-minded too, meaning something that you maybe are hired to do for someone that they're going to slap on the wall. So they're different than storytelling pages and what you would do for interior art. So you have to make a distinction between that, because if you get caught up in drawing stuff like this and then you go to do interiors, you can really have your hands full in terms of transitioning this level of detail, the shots that art chooses to do. Art actually is really, really good at moving the camera around and understands perspective real well, so he is actually a good storyteller. But if you're gonna study his stuff for storytelling, I would focus on the sequential pages a bit more than this, because this is these are essentially illustrations, a lot of this stuff. And again, anything I say is just my opinion. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong. If you disagree with me, totally respect your opinion, and don't think that I'm trying to be a know-it-all with stuff, because I'm just trying to give you my point of view on things, and what I think would help you learn. Again, you have to know what your goals are. Oh man, Nightcrawler. I'd be curious. I wonder if he's done a Ghost Rider. I'll have to look for that. I'm a big fan of Ghost Rider. Kind of cool to see art doing. Colossus. This is really nice. It's funny, I've noticed this on a lot of the pages. It must be his copy machine, or maybe not. I don't know. Just up in that one corner, I've seen that on a few things. Sometimes your scanner will have like a little something on it, and it ends up on. Man, that is so cool. Wolfie. Again, nice spot illustration. So what do you think? Are you going to dive in and start putting all sorts of crazy rendering on your pieces like this? Again, there's an interesting transition going on too between traditional and digital people. They're going to be fighting out style. It's interesting. I don't mean literally fighting it out, but what I mean is what people are doing digitally. If they try to do stuff traditionally, like you go to a con and people want sketches, what's going to happen? It'll be interesting. There's going to be a real, very fascinating growth curve that's going to happen over the next 2 or 3 years with things, because it's starting to settle in. I can see it, and said the repercussions of everything are falling on both sides of the fence, honestly. Because people that do traditional, they're going to have their hands full with some other sets of problems. But I'm going to let people, they can figure that out on their own. It's like, I've got my plan. Hopefully you've got yours. Really, really cool. Oh man, that is sick. That's so nice. God, this guy, Art, you must have the endurance of a bull when you draw. He just does not shortchange anything. It's like, it is like, I'm telling you, your eyes get used to seeing this level of detail in his stuff, but he just must know that a lot of times when he starts pieces that he's going to be working on them for either days and days or weeks and weeks, depending on the complexity of the image. But it's clearly what he loves to do, and it really shows in the pieces because they're so nice and they're so well done. This is cool. I actually kind of like this. It's a little different. Oh man, gosh, again, just tons of detail. Gosh. And again, this is the Sampler 3. Before, I think he started calling them Sketchbooks. I'm kind of guessing on that, but just so you know which book this is. I'll show the cover again once I get done. But yeah, a few of them I saw on eBay were very, very expensive, and your best bet might be to hop in on some of the ones that are more recent, that are still around 10 or 20 bucks or whatever. I'm trying to remember what he charged in person for these. But yeah, over time they kind of, some will appreciate in value. Of course, the first ones always do, before people kind of catch on. I think it's cool that he doesn't go back and reprint them, though, honestly. I mean, he can always repurpose some of the material. Oh, this is nice. Miller style. Oh, man. God. It's great. But yeah, you know what I mean? Keep the collectibles collectible for people. You know, if you're when you're releasing this stuff, I mean, people are investing money in it, you know. You want to make sure that you kind of support their decision to support you. Not leave them hanging 3 years from now when you reprint them all. And again, if they did those big like IDW books of art stuff, it would probably be a licensing nightmare. But I think smarter companies would support it though, because he's just, you know, the guy's an icon. Just no two ways about it. Red Sonja, man, he does a great Red Sonja. Again, this is very, very time-consuming work that he did here. It's interesting, too, because he worked for Wildstorm, and J. Scott Campbell and I would go in and we would look at the originals for the Tomorrow stories. We actually made copies of them all full size, but the boards were huge. He was drawing like twice up at that point, something like that, and they were gigantic, but he would draw in the gutters all the time, like all these little, like almost like Sergio Aragonés things, or little stabs at stuff. And man, an artist edition, to see all that stuff collected in it would really, really be neat, because I'm telling you, there's quite a bit of art that he does on the sides of the pages sometimes. But yeah, we would turn the pages sideways and shoot them 11 by 17, and they would basically fill like two 11 by 17 boards, and we went through all the stories and just made like copies of it. Wildstorm spent a lot of money on paper for stuff like that, because, you know, we were all fans, and it's like, man, how often is Art Adams going to be doing? And the Tomorrow stories were ridiculous. It really was kind of like sort of the transition into a lot of this very detailed stuff. Okay, let me pause it for 1 second. I'll show you the cover of this one just so you see it. So this is yet another Arthur Adams sampler. And again, I think it said inside volume 3. So, and this is from 2004. It's signed by Art. Okay, give me a second. Okay, for the next one, I thought we would do 9. I quickly skimmed 5, which was the next lowest number that I had, and it was good, but I thought this book had a little more sort of bang for the buck. So we're at 25 minutes in. Beautiful, beautiful piece. I love this character. Have no idea who she is or what she's about, but really, really cool looking. And yeah, I remember seeing the cover for this at Comic-Con and just going like, oh, I'll definitely take one of those. I was sold. And yeah, again, signed. So this is from 2010. Bride of Frankenstein. Look at that hair. It's really, really cool. Although that looks black, if you look, it's hatched to black. So there's little um, flicks of white, which are basically just like the line work closing in on itself, and then it leaves little patterns. I think you can see it there. This is beautiful too, like Ursula. God, yeah. See, but like again, I think this is a perfect example. Is if you got really, really good at drawing and created your own sort of iconography of how you wanted to draw stuff, you could run through all these different things that you love. Maybe you have a favorite Disney character, you have favorite movie monsters or heroes and stuff like that. Do you see? That's what's exciting, is seeing it through your filter. That's why I stress, look, enjoy art's work for sure, but ultimately, work it out on your own. What you're gonna do, what things you love, and make it unique to you, because that's what's going to be exciting for your fans. If every time I see your work I mistake it for someone else, I don't know. There's some styles that drift into that too. I'm not just saying like Arthur Adams thing, but other work. There's a couple of people that I see on Instagram, and it could be 10 different artists that all sort of like draw kind of the same. He's a busy bee during the year, I'll tell you that. Yeah. These look like they could have all potentially been maybe commissions. I don't remember seeing them online at the time, but 2009, 2010. Wow, he had a lot of these. Well, a lot is relative, but man, her costume looks like a lot of work. Perspective, baby. I'm gonna draw a lot of ellipses and circles. I like the hilt of the gun. I mean, sword, sorry. Got a cat meowing in the hallway. It's starting to distract me. It's starting to pop up. Is it cool? I don't know what these are for, but they're pretty neat. I like that guy. Oh, he's got a snake around his neck. What the heck? Who are you, dude? This looks cool. Looks like a Western or something. Or like, I don't know. Oops, sorry. Man, I don't know what this is from, but that's really neat. He looks a little like Michael Lopez there. Was a Wildstorm artist. Oh, man. Wow, yeah. Dude. Again, it's exciting to see art doing something with, like, Western characters. This is the magic of what this guy does. So you want to see him draw everything, because you want to see it through his filter. Man, these are cool. Man, if he did, like, a Western one-shot, that would be great. Some more superhero stuff. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear that on camera, but my office door is shut and the cat's like outside, like wants in. Please let me see the Art Adam sketchbook. I'll be good. Everybody wants to be in the studio. That's the problem. So you put a bunch of cool books, toys, and art supplies in one room. It's the place to be. Okay, we'll skip the sketches. They're a little hard to see, but oh, look at this. Oh my god. This is nuts. Oh my gosh. Art. Holy cow. Man, that is so cool. Alright, I might have to pause the phone and scare the cat away. Oh man, that is so cool. Wow. Gosh. I don't even remember this piece, but man, that is that is some drawing. I'm assuming he did that with white paint. Some of it looks, some is drawn. I mean, I can see that like these in this corner here were outlined. So I mean, I always worry about autofocus with the yeah. What do you think? Is it super fun? I think it is. We're 31 minutes. Oh, you know what? We're not doing that bad. I was feeling like we were heading into 40 minutes. Yeah, this is a great way to start. It was interesting as I took a couple of classes at Jeff Watt's atelier with Aaron Weisenfeld years ago. We took, I think, like 3 figure drawing classes. But Jeff, during one of maybe the introduction class, was saying kind of like a good artist schedule is Sunday to take the day off and study art. Study things that you like and use that day as kind of a reboot. I'm going to kick the cat out. Hold on. But working, I generally don't have the opportunity to take Sundays off, honestly. Sunday is like more like a Monday for me. But doing these videos has been nice because it gives me an opportunity to see stuff that I wouldn't normally get a chance to look at. And, I'll even watch these videos back a couple of times myself because filming them, I don't really get to see the art that well. So I'll pop it on while I'm working and kind of look up for the different pieces. And so, yeah, it puts good stuff in your head. And then again, if you sit down and you just kind of draw and kind of filter the essence of what you saw into your work, it's a really, really like nice way to accentuate your work and get some new ideas and some inspiration, and maybe plug in if like say you've been drawing stuff and you've got a few problem spots. You might see an artist like this, especially in this amount of work, has tried a similar shot or a similar angle of a figure, and all of a sudden you go, oh, you know what, like, okay, so he does the shoulder like that, or he's got the hips more like this, and next thing you know, you're able to kind of like fix a small sort of gray area for you, a blank spot like in your drawing toolbox. Whatever it is, it could be anything. Oh yes, this is a classic cover. I have this comic somewhere. It was really interesting. So I was looking at some old 70s Marvel comic book covers online last night just for fun. The color's that real simple sort of 70s color that they used. And then I was looking at some of the new stuff, from 2018, and it was interiors and stuff like that. And I didn't like the color, honestly. It was just one book. I'm not gonna generalize and say it was like tons of books, but I don't know. It was just everything looked like it was chrome. Like the skin looked like chrome, the chrome looked like chrome, the fire looked like chrome, the cape looked like chrome. Like everything is just like airbrushy, and I don't know, like just didn't. I don't know. It wasn't. You would think with all the tools and technology and stuff like that we have now that it would be easier to do great colors. And the colors, I mean, in general, were lush and gorgeous, but it really, really just felt one-dimensional and, not really, like, I don't know, It looked like it was trying to be something that it wasn't. So sometimes, simple colors can really be can be more effective. Maybe it's that it gives the reader the opportunity to use their imagination more. And I'm not, and like I'm by no means partial to certain eras of things. Whatever looks better to me looks better. Like it could be something that was made yesterday that just looked killer. As a matter of fact, I saw a guy on Instagram this morning and I was like, oh man, love this guy's work. And it was very very cutting edge, but it looked great, but he had a really, really good sense of aesthetics and, was aware of what he was doing. I don't know the guy's name. I just saw his stuff this morning, but, it's not like I don't have some nostalgia for anything. Honestly, the best stuff is the best stuff. Ooh, alarm clock. Yeah, these books are great. Oh, Crimson. I want to say that's the variant cover for issue number 1. Holy macamole. Oh, I didn't even know what this is. Holy cow, what in the world? Dang. He is crazy. Wow, holy moly. This would be really fun to look through and see, like, I wonder, is like anyone picking their nose in the crowd, or like does he do funny stuff like that? Oh, look. Hold on, let me get a little pointer. Oh, sorry. That's kind of cool right here. Oh, for a split second, I thought that was Batman. Again, I'm looking through the phone, and then is that like Astro Boy? Man, he probably hid so much stuff in this. Oh my God, there's so many characters. Oh man. Telling you, dude, this guy, and what's fascinating about Arthur, I feel, and it's such a testament how much of a badass he is his work in the last like 10 years has actually gotten better and better, and that's so rare for someone that's been drawing for as long as he has. And not to bring age into it, but it's not like he's 25 years old and it's got like whatever you want to say, he's someone that's been drawing for probably 30 or 40 years, and he's doing some of the best work of his career right now. That's insane. Like, it really, really shows that the dude was like, he was born and built to do what he does. But yeah, it's been really, really incredible to watch the work that he's been turning out over the last decade, because I really do feel like it is some of his best work, and it's just very rare. At that point in your career, would be like, if use any example, movies, music, animation, and stuff like that. When it's a single person creating it. I'm gonna have to high five this guy at Comic-Con. I'm always he's another one like him and Mignola. I'm always nervous to meet him. Like when I talk to Mignola, I feel really stupid. And with art too, it's the same way. I'm always like, I just want to get the sketchbook and kind of get out of there before something terrible happens. Oh, this is really cool. I love this. But yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's like I feel like they're like. And it's trippy too, because I'm not really like that. Like, I don't really get very nervous around people, but those two guys in particular, they're a little intense. And they're both pretty funny guys. They both have a real good sense of humor, but and Mignola's always been very nice to me too. I've met him 2 or 3 times. I'm sure he wouldn't remember me, but yeah, he's always been real nice, but it's like he's a little scary to me. Oh, it's a really nice Wonder Woman. Oh, this is 2. Well, Arthur, you have inspired the living daylights out of me today. Oh, Power Girl. It's cute. That's where the power comes from, apparently. I like the belt. Actually, that's really cool. Oh, this is cool, too. Oh, a mouse. Sorry, the phone was... I didn't see it at first. Yeah, he makes drawing look fun. But I'm telling you, give one of these a shot with all this rendering. You'll realize how much work it is. Oh, man, these are great. So, yeah, he did a lot of these this year. In like 2009, 2010. These, again, these must have been commissions that he was maybe doing at home. Because they look a little... they're a little too detailed for something that you would do at a con. I mean, he could, but, you know... I'm speculating that they're probably done at home and maybe over, say, a day or two. Oh, the back cover is really good, too. We're almost at the end, and then we'll stop the video. But, man, that is really nice. Boy, she's cute, too. Okay. Oh, yeah, this is really nice, too. But wait till you see the back cover. The dinosaur's face is great. Man, holy Moses. Oh, Savage Dragon. Cool. Oh, so this is... Oh, they've all got the fin. I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming it's for something Savage Dragon related, but I don't know. You know, the fin is kind of a pain in the butt to draw, to be quite honest. I've thrown a fin on a few things, and from certain angles, it can be tough to draw. This is really cool. Okay, so we'll end it here. So we did 2 Arthur Adams videos. I think that was super fun, super inspirational, and again, you know, be inspired by Arthur Adams. Be influenced by him. But if you're going to do it, don't get caught up in drawing exactly like him. I think it's a really important distinction to make is pull a lot of ideas from this. But at the end of the day, I assure you that everyone wants to see you draw like you more than like someone else. But you can learn a lot from this stuff. It's a delicate balance, but, you know. Man, that is really cool. Yeah, wow. Okay, I'm very inspired. Okay, you guys have a great day. Smash the like, please. And if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please do. And if Arthur Adams ever sees this, Arthur, we love your art. It's amazing. And at some point, we'll go through a couple more of these sketchbooks. And I'm definitely picking up 1 or 2 new ones this year. Hopefully, he'll have last year's and this year's. And we'll do it. Okay? All right. Bye.